Hi, this is Kyle Morgan from Mercantile Processing Incorporated. MPI is happy to announce that we are one of the first processing companies to be compatible with new EMV Live Pax S90 terminals. The Pax S90 CDMA runs on the Verizon Wireless Network. We recommend this terminal over the Pax S90 GPRS, which is on AT&T and Singular. The CDMA has a lot larger range as far as the Verizon Wireless Network, and will give you more reliability as far as the terminals go because it is on the Verizon network. So this terminal is a battery powered terminal. Inside here you'll find your battery as well as your CDMA code. This terminal does not require a SIM card, which is really nice. So you can add this to your existing wireless network, and or MPI can set you up with a wireless connection through our Verizon Wireless account. So you press the right key, turns power on. At this screen here you will see an input amount, credit or sale. Okay, this terminal can be encrypted for debit. This terminal here is set up for pay at the table, so this allows us to do the chip card while inputting a tip. So we're going to go ahead and put in the dollar amount first. We'll do $1, enter. At this point you then turn the terminal over to your customer and they enter the tip amount. So if we'll do 20% here, we'll do a 20-cent tip, enter. Okay, you'll see that the lights start blinking at the top. This terminal is also able to run Apple Pay or any of the NFC Pays, so Apple Pay, Android Pay, any of those. In this situation, we're going to go ahead and take my Capital One card, which has a chip in it, and insert it into the terminal. Okay, at this point, you'll see the terminal will begin to communicate. You then enter the clerk ID, so in this situation, we're going to go ahead and track I am server 1. It starts to print the transaction. As usual with an EMV transaction, you leave the chip in the terminal until the transaction is done. The terminal will beep when completed, which allows you to know that the transaction is complete. So we'll go ahead and pull the chip out, gives you the first receipt, and then you'll go ahead and press enter or any key to do the next receipt. As you can see here on the receipt, you have your tip amount, the total amount, and the regular original amount. You'll also see it there, it says entry type is chip, and the last 4 digits of the card and the card type. At the bottom, which is the really important stuff, is the all chip data that you need to show that it is a chip card. So if there ever is a dispute based on the chip, you can then submit this for a chargeback as far as that goes. The customer slip is very similar, just does not have a signature line. So you've completed your day, you get to close out your day. So we'll go ahead and press the function key. Okay, you'll press the up arrow, which puts you to number 9, which is your tip report. Press enter, and then we'll go either do specific servers or we can do all. So all will give you a list of every credit card and all the transactions, which is good for pooled tips. Most people do the specific server. I was server 1, so 1, then enter. And then I'm going to go ahead and press all, and it says the current default, we're going to press cancel for no. This then prints a tip report that shows all the transactions me as server 1 did today. So you'll see, this is my batch number 6. I did 20 cents in tips for a grand total of $1.20. Okay, includes all your sales with tips at $1.20. And that actually gives me a tip percentage, which is really cool if you're trying to identify if a server is misentering tips. If you see something like over 30% here, either a really good server, or maybe it's time to look at some of the transactions to make sure they didn't key them in wrong. They can also put in their cash tips, write those in here, and if they have any tips out to the bartenders or other serving staff, and then the signature. So from a standpoint of closing out your night, this is a great way to claim things appropriately. And if the IRS ever comes in and says, hey, you didn't claim your tips correctly, you can say, well, you can see server 1, which is me in the situation, claimed this amount. So it's on them for not claiming the appropriate amount. Okay. Final step would be your batching out. So in the same screen, you go to the function. We go down to number 2, which is batch. You press batch, we hit batch all, and again, enter. Runs the batch through. Processes the transaction, and you'll hear the beep when completed, and you've batched out. So we have $1.20 coming into our account. MPI batching, we have weekend batching, which is great. So any transactions done on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday all show up in your account on Monday. We also have next day batching if you do before 6 p.m. batches on Eastern time. So if you batch out Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m., you'll see them next day. So Monday shows up on Tuesday, and everything from Friday to Sunday show up on Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to go to our website at the bottom of this link, or give us a call, which is also at the bottom of this link. Thank you.